The WNBA thought they could simply fine Sophie Cunningham $400 and move on, but Cunningham turned that small penalty into a huge win, embarrassing the league in the process. She exposed a glaring double standard the WNBA has been ignoring. While referees often turned a blind eye to fouls against Caitlin Clark, Cunningham took control during a heated game against the Connecticut Sun. The result was a blowout victory that shocked fans. Overnight, Cunningham became a symbol for the Indiana Fever, and the way this story ends will surprise you. Caitlin Clark is more than just a player. She is the WNBA's biggest star. Compared to legends like LeBron James and Stephen Curry, Clark wields an even greater influence. During her rookie season in 2024, Clark was the focus of 17% of all flagrant fouls called in the league. That means nearly 1 in 5 flagrant fouls were committed against her, despite playing only 40 games. This statistic shows how frequently she is targeted. The physical play hasn't stopped since then. In 2024, Clark endured brutal moments, including a body check by Kennedy Carter and an eye poke by Danny I. Carrington. In 2025, she still faces hard fouls, pushes, and uncalled contact, leaving fans and analysts frustrated. One brutal incident during the 2024 playoffs, when Carrington's eye poke forced Clark to briefly leave the game, contributed to the Fever's early exit. In June 2025, Clark missed several games with an injury believed to be caused by the physical toll. The impact on the league was significant. During Clark's absence, WNBA ratings dropped by 55%. According to Outkick, average viewership fell from nearly 10 million for games with Clark to under 4.5 million for those without her. Ticket sales dropped as well, with arenas like Gainbridge Fieldhouse reporting a 30% decline in attendance for non-Clark games. According to Sportico, Clark's presence isn't just important for the Fever. She is the main driver of the league's popularity. Unlike NBA stars who share attention, Clark carries the league on her shoulders. The idea that the WNBA's 2024 rookie class or overall talent pool is responsible for the league's growth is largely a media narrative. Data tells a different story. Out of 21 WNBA games, with over 1 million viewers in 2024, 18 featured the Fever and Clark. Matchups against rivals like Angel Reese or Aja Wilson drew large audiences, but without Clark, interest faded quickly. The league's $200 million annual media deal and 170% viewership increase are mostly due to Clark's influence. No other athlete in sports has such a disproportionate impact. Sophie Cunningham, a 28-year-old guard who joined the Fever from the Phoenix Mercury in February 2025, is known for her tough, gritty play. She has become Clark's protector on the court, a role that was made clear during a heated game against the Connecticut Sun on June 17, 2025. That game took a sharp turn when, with the Fever leading 88-71 in the final minute, the intensity exploded. What followed shocked everyone and changed the conversation about the league's PHYSICALITY. It started like any other rivalry game, but then it got personal. Sheldon Clark's old Big Ten nemesis took it there, poking Clark straight in the eye. That one cheap shot lit the fuse. Suns' Marina Mabrey stepped in and shoved Clark to the hardwood like it was WWE. The refs barely blinked. Technicals flew at Clark Mabrey and even Tina Charles, while Sheldon got slapped with a weak flagrant one, basically a slap on the wrist. But then came the plot twist no one saw coming. Sophie Cunningham had had enough. With just 46 seconds left, she delivered a message with force bear-hugging Sheldon and dragging her to the floor like it was Mortal Kombat. The benches cleared. Chaos exploded. Cunningham, Sheldon, and Lindsey Allen were ejected. The WNBA hit Cunningham with a $400 fine and a vague extra penalty. But let's be real, that's not the worst part, because Sophie, she didn't backtrack one bit. In fact, she doubled down. It was a build-up for a couple of years now. She told reporters, "They don't protect the star of this league, and I'm going to protect my teammate." Her coach, Stephanie White, wasn't far behind, dragging the officials for letting things spiral out of control. You could tell. Everyone felt it. This was brewing, and it finally exploded. And the fans, they loved it. X was on fire, dubbing Cunningham the enforcer, the superhero, the only one bold enough to check the WNBA on its own court. Some even called it the league's malice at the palace moment. Only this time, the fans weren't mad. They were cheering. Cunningham's hard foul wasn't just payback. It was a declaration. If the refs won't step up for Clark, Cunningham will dot. And here's where it gets even crazier. This wasn't just adrenaline, it was muscle memory. Cunningham has a black belt in Taekwondo. She earned it when she was just 6. So when she locked up Sheldon, like a martial arts instructor taking down a rogue student, it wasn't just emotion, it was calculated. It was real. And just like that, Sophie Cunningham became the protector Caitlin Clark never knew she needed. Now this is where it really starts to heat up. The WNBA is officiating. A total joke, especially when it comes to Caitlin Clark. In 2024 alone, Clark took more flagrant fouls than any other player, 12 in total, while logging fewer minutes than veterans like Aja Wilson and Breena Stewart. Every game this season, the same story. Elbows, shoves, hits, no whistles. The Washington Post even called the WNBA paint a violent place, and honestly, that's putting it lightly. Even respected coaches are fed up. Becky Hammon, a name that carries weight, defended Cunningham's actions, basically saying, "Look, the ref started this. She's right. When you let bumping, grabbing, and cheap shots slide, players are going to start policing things themselves." Cunningham didn't snap, she reacted. And it wasn't just about Clark, it was about years of letting the league's physical play go unchecked and calling it competitive spirit. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just about bad officiating. This is cultural. It's systemic. We've seen vets like Alyssa Thomas and Jonquel Jones dish out hard fouls on Clark without consistent punishment. Chinity Carter's brutal hit, upgraded to a flagrant after the fact with no suspension. Meanwhile, Clark's called a crybaby for not taking it quietly. You think she's being hazed? You're not wrong. You think she's being protected? Absolutely not. And while Sun coach Rich Meshian called Cunningham stupid and disrespectful, fans are saying the real disrespect is the WNBA refusing to protect its golden goose. Because let's be honest, Clark is the show. In 2024, her arrival skyrocketed league viewership by 170%.
Oh my God, Sophie's a dog. She just is, she's a competitor. She's versatile, so she allows us to do different things. Like, she plays with such a toughness. She's huge, and she's going to be for us all season long.
Her games average 9.9 million viewers. Fever games sell out 90% of the time. And the second she missed time in June 2025, ratings crashed 55%. Coincidence? Not a chance. The numbers speak volumes. Clark isn't just a rookie, she's the draw, and fans know it. X is filled with posts like, "The WNBA is nothing without Caitlin Clark." Ratings tanked the second she was gone. Some are even comparing her impact to LeBron's rookie season and claiming it's bigger because it's not just about buckets, it's business. Her $28 million Nike deal and $11 million in endorsements dwarf her $76,535 salary. A brutal reminder of how broken the pay scale really is. And here's where it gets wild. While the WNBA fumbled protecting Clark, Cunningham cashed in her $400 fine. Basically, a marketing investment. Within 48 hours of the showdown, her TikTok tripled from 400K to 1.2 million. Her Instagram, up 350K. Her Fever jersey, sold out instantly. Back orders delayed until July 8. Agencies estimate those follower gains are worth over $1 million in marketing value. Yeah, you heard that right. Suddenly, Cunningham's value skyrocketed. Her sponsored posts went from $10,000 to $20,000 overnight. Fans dubbed her America's Enforcer. Posts praising her loyalty to Clark pulled in over 1 million views. One even said, "Sophie Cunningham is the only one with the guts to stand up for Clark." Her Adidas and Quest nutrition deals, about to explode. Analysts predict she make millions off-court, all for a foul that cost $400 and made her a household name. But hold on, because this next part, insane. A petition popped up calling for her to be banned from the WNBA. 388 people signed it, and yet, it only made her bigger. Fans rallied around her even harder. TikToks praising her flooded the feed. One clip, lip-syncing, Selena Gomez's, "Hands to Myself," pulled in 1.2 million views. Joey Swow even commented, calling her a legend. She turned backlash into branding, and the league didn't see it coming. And here's the final twist that no one expected. Sophie Cunningham didn't just defend a teammate, she sparked a movement. In a league desperate for star power, controversy, and virality, she delivered all three. While the WNBA lost $40 million in 2024, Sophie found a way to monetize the mayhem. The league might still be asleep, but Cunningham, she's wide awake. And now, it's game on for Caitlin, for Sophie, and for the future of the WNBA. And just like that, a $400 fine turned into a full-blown financial glove. Sophie Cunningham didn't just get ejected, she got elevated. Her ride-or-die loyalty to Clark made her a fan favorite almost overnight. But underneath all this, drama is something way darker. The WNBA is standing at a dangerous crossroads. Caitlin Clark soaked up 17% of all flagrant fouls in 2024, and in 2025. The hits just keep coming. The league's biggest star is still unprotected, and the numbers don't lie. Let's be real. $40 million in losses during your most-watched season ever is a full-blown crisis. Clark is dragging the entire league on her back from viewership. 2 sold-out arenas, and yet, she's getting leveled on the court while refs look the other way. So Cunningham stepped up. She did what the league wouldn't: protect the product. In that moment, that tackle turned her from just another player into the face of fan justice. Now, the Fever's sitting at 8-7 as of June 2025. And surprise, surprise, Clark is averaging 21.3 points and 8.7 assists. Basically MVP numbers. Cunningham's role, bodyguard in sneakers. She clears the path so Clark can cook, and fans are noticing. Her social media is exploding, her jersey outselling veterans like Aja Wilson. Suddenly, the enforcer is more marketable than the superstars. Sophie didn't just take the hit, she owned the narrative. The WNBA slapped her with a fine, but Sophie's laughing all the way to the bank. Meanwhile, the league's still fumbling the bag with Clark's star power. Cunningham turned a scuffle into a seven-figure brand and gave the WNBA the wake-up call it's been avoiding. Clark drives 55% of viewership and 30% of ticket sales. But it's Cunningham who just flipped the league's failure into her own business model. A modern-day Ron artist with a social media strategy by standing up for Caitlin Clark. Sophie became the enforcer the league never knew it needed. A protector, a lightning rod, a fan magnet, her $400 fine. That was pocket change. What she got back? Clout, cash, and cult hero status. The refs tried to penalize her, but she won the war. Now Sophie and Caitlin are rewriting the rulebook, and the WNBA better catch up. Because if they don't, it won't be the refs in control, it'll be the players writing their own scripts. So here's the question, what's next? Will the WNBA finally protect its stars, or will players like Cunningham keep dishing out their own justice? Fine after fine. Are the refs asleep at the wheel, or is this just the cost of letting legends be born? Sound off in the comments below, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure you stay locked in, because trust me, this is just the beginning.